Yeah, what's up, N-words? Yeah, how you feeling? Public Enemy rocking in the background, get us going on a beautiful Monday morning. Beautiful Monday morning where I'm actually coming out of a coma. If any of you guys follow me on a daily basis, you know that I was deathly ill, had a little bit of the flu, meets a little bit of the streptococcus last week. I was hallucinating to the point of not knowing where I was, wandering around my house, thinking I was in a firehouse and then the bees were attacking me. Long story short, I'm feeling much better right now. My wife and I went to a spa, had some wraps and some massages, some happy endings, and feeling a lot better about myself and my community. So today's theme, we're going to get right to it. It is sucking. Something, if you search me out on the interweb, on the Google search, maybe on the YouTube, I've done about 950 videos, and 90% of them have something to do with sucking. Sucking to the point where everything I do, it's as if there was a camera somewhere over me watching what I did, and as soon as I pressed the button or released the button, the stock would go the other direction where I wanted it to go. Or better yet, as soon as I got out of the position, it would continue to going where the trade I thought was going to go originally. And that was my claim to fame. Now, one thing I can do, and one thing I've isolated, is to know when something sucks. And as you know, we occasionally take someone out of my chat room from the website, the Hit the Bid website, and I've given them an account to see how they can do. Always with good intentions, always with the grand plan of somehow fooling the matrix. And the idea was, if I'm buying and then I'm getting out of the trade, my assistant would therefore buy the stock that I just got out of, therefore trying to ward off the curse of the stock going up after I got out. Now, what we did first was I let our boy JT go out and trade on his own, see how he was doing. And I witnessed this kid, and the magnitude of sucking was so baffling and mind-boggling, I still believe that I might have still been in this coma. Maybe my coma was starting 3 weeks ago, and I just came out of it. But what I witnessed over the last 3 weeks of this kid's trading career has been absolutely stunning. Every trade he's done, I'm talking about every trade, trying to catch these falling knives on these stocks where they're down 20% in a day. He's thinking that he can find a way to pick the bottom, and he's going to ride the new momentum upwards, and he's going to be a hero. And every single time what happened was he'd get caught, that knife would slice a finger off, and he would lose a finger. Next thing you know, the stock would start going up without him. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, kid. Okay? Now, we've watched the ENOCs, the ZAGGs, and of course, the Cena trade, which is just phenomenal, JT. Phenomenal. 25 points since you sold. Ooh, that one's awesome. But it brings me to the stock of the day. Chick-a-blaff. Let's go to the chart. What we have here is a chart, because I'm just going to go back to when JT started talking about this. This one is CIGX, SIGX. If you just take this chart from May to, let's say, about February. Let's go actually all the way to March. And I don't want to ruin the surprise for you all the way there at the end. But this is JT. This is JT every month buying $2 calls and the stock just getting to 2 and then falling and then just getting to 2 and falling. Month after month after month after month of consistently losing, JT said the magic words. He said, F this. I'm not going near this stock. I'm done with this stock. I'm never looking at this stock again. Ding, 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 ding. Winner! Winner! Duh! Winning! That's when I leapt into action. If one thing I know, it is sucking. And I was like, this is going to be the situation where JT is now going to be sitting at home, and there's going to be some news coming out in the SIGX any day now because this guy refuses to go near the stock anymore. So we started buying the stock when it broke $2. And next thing you know, it's at 220. Next thing you know, it's at 250, 260, 270. And then at this point, the pain, the suffering, the anguish was at its all-time peak. And I said, JT, you know what we're going to do now? We are going to buy more of the SIGX just to rub more salt into your wound, man. It just doesn't get any better than this. So the stock closes and it's still going up in the aftermarket on Friday. We're closing it on $3. This is a guaranteed winner, a winner beyond proportions. We had to get into some more, and now the stock's trading at $3.61. Oh, the pain! The pain! See, and that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about, kids. If you can isolate a situation where you know you're going to make money, just sit back and wait for those situations. Because there's a million guys out there that's going to tell you how smart you are. There's going to be 1,000 guys with a system. I got a system. If their systems were so good, they'd be sitting in their cave at home with their algorithms and their black boxes and not telling anybody about it. The system, my system. They got a newsletter, they got a blog, I got a website, track record. That's what you got. When you got a JT on your side, a guy that got no clue, he's got no hope, nothing going on for him, those are the cash cows that you got to look out for. And the SIGX, once again, proves that when someone's down on their luck, stomp on his soul, rip his heart out, and make that money on his misery. And that is the show today. Misery and sucking. My name is Kenny Glick, also known as Jefferson Crow. Suckers!